Don't F with me, and I won't F with you. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video.
Okay, ano to?
See you next
Number one. Akin yung pula. Ah, ito pala pula.
Anspruch, immer perfekt abzuliefern. Wird nicht lange diskutiert, sondern die Möglichkeiten gibt es. Da wird entschieden, so machen wir das und dann wird es durchgezogen. Hello friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. Let's start our video with a story about a war between neighbors that ended not in favor of the government. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new
Bahala
video
ka.
every single day.
Life mo yan. Baliw ka talaga.
Another neighbor was more clever.
Kikay Colette.
In an old neighborhood with narrow streets, the HOA didn't allow parking on the street overnight. The neighbor put his boat on a trailer out there and then took off the wheels. Somewhere in the bylaws, the word park was defined as something with wheels.
Ah, bukas pa pala tong ano niya, kanyang ano, primer.
His boat blocked half the street and was an eyesore. His wife was embarrassed and begged him to move it. He just smirked at everyone and thought he was funny.
Narinig ka nila. Dance here. Sino? Sino nakarinig sa akin, Kikay?
By the time he got home, his boat was towed. He never brought it back. That was so bad for his wife. And our second story. Testing the fire alarm and testing me.
Number one entry.
16 years, I worked in an entry-level
Highest sponsor.
taking phone calls from people wanting repairs to their social housing. Lots of angry people called. Being the helpful young chap I was, I also volunteered to test the fire alarm in the building.
Madam, may message sa'yo.
This was done at 9 a.m.
Ah, hindi pwede kasi
One morning I had a particularly
huwag kang maingay, marinig ka nila, sabihin mo, baliw ako.
after I made my way to the alarm panel at the other end of the building and we did the test. No issues. Or so I thought. A few hours later, my manager calls me to go see her. She's fairly new. Turns out she wants to point out the importance of doing the alarm on time. I shouldn't be late doing it, and that I should organize my time better, etc. I tell her the best option is if I stop doing the test, since I can't guarantee I'm always free at 9 a.m. For example, if someone calls at 8:40 a.m. and chews my ear off for 30 minutes, I'm definitely not going to put them on hold and piss them off more. Manager says I should stop spitting my dummy out and being sulky and petulant. I agreed that I would carry out the tests at 9 a.m. sharp in the future. Next few weeks pass, and the manager's getting complaints from callers that either they get cut off or inexplicably put on hold. She notices this happens around 9 a.m. on Mondays, and the complaints all relate to calls involving me. Yep, I was either just cutting callers off completely or putting them on hold for however long it took to make sure that the alarm was done at 9 a.m. Any callers wanting to speak to my manager? Well, of course, sir, madam. Here are her contact details. Needless to say, I stopped having to do the alarm, and my manager had to do it instead, as nobody else was able to. Manager and I continued to work for the same employer, although I went off in a different team. We bumped into one another on training courses, etc. for some time, and she was always frosty. Had a reputation for it by that time. Until recently, when she was laid off, and I did not find it hilarious at all.
Kaya nandyan ka, Babylon, mega love, shut up.
Harass me, treat me like crap, that's going to cost you 5 years' salary.
Kay.
First, some background. A bit over 6 months prior to the start of this story, we had a change-up at the company I worked for.
Yahoo! Nilista ka na ni Inday, ni tawag nito, ni Bandilin.
What about restructuring, namely reassigning teams to different projects and leaving those that remained in their old positions to pick up double, if not triple, the workload? He did this all in the name of saving a little money. Unfortunately, my department, safety/engineering, of which I was the team lead,
Dan mo na si Babylon,
in the end, I had it out with the boss and department head, ultimately costing the company 3 months of my entire department working 80-plus hour weeks and forcing a huge year-end bonus to be paid out to us. Unfortunately, after my initial meeting with the new boss, i.e. the son, he took a liking to me, in a really bad way. Essentially, he really liked me and wanted to go out with me, sleep with me, or however you want to put it. He even enlisted his friends and secretaries to help him. It went on
I-share nyo guys, share nyo guys.
sexual harassment. They even made comments about me losing my late husband, that I should just get back on the horse, so to speak. I kept everything, every email, every voicemail. It went to my best friend, who happens to be a really good lawyer, contract lawyer to be exact, so not exactly their area of expertise, but they knew enough to help. The friend drafted a letter to the boss, essentially a stop or we're going to start a big case over this kind of thing. And yeah, everything stopped. However, I was then moved from working in office to a work from home arrangement. I knew what was coming. They were going to do their best to get rid of me. So I started documenting everything.
Dan Julie.
But it's like what happened.
Kay, may ganito ka kay. Tingnan mo kaya. Mayroon akong isi-send sa'yo. Tignan mo. Kala mo ah.
And wouldn't you know it, it was back and forth communication of them discussing how they would get rid of me and the blame on me.
Kalang.
The email chain was just disgusting. They hated me so badly and wanted me gone, but because of my contract, they would have to buy me out. But being the cheapskates they are, you know they wanted me gone for free. So the company bosses started a campaign to try and torment me. They first tried to say that because now I work from home, they were required to install cameras in my home office to make sure I was being productive. Luckily, that didn't work. You have to love contracts. They also tried assigning an impossible workload on me, but luckily my team and I were almost like family.
Kakikat! Mega mega love, shout out!
3 months of this crap, I get an email and a phone call from the HR department saying I was getting laid off indefinitely because I was just their work for me. This was complete bullcrap, given that we had several dozen projects we were working on. On a side note, in Ontario, there's no such thing as a layoff, as in the court's eyes, being laid off is considered an active dismissal, which is essentially the same as being fired. After this conversation with HR, I call my lawyer friend.
Sa labas pa ako ho. Sige, sige lang. Walang problema.
She calls me and tells me, this is such a good thing. We have so much evidence against them. I'd already forwarded and printed everything off that was sent to me, and it was lucky I did, because a scant few hours after I was laid off, my computer was remotely wiped clean. Everything was gone, leaving just a blank desktop. When I called the HR department to get copies of all my filed complaints, what do you know? Everything was gone. In their place was a bunch of bullcrap reprimands that never happened.
Nagpapalamig sa mall. Wow, sana all. Si Kakikat.
Despite the fact that they were dated before he ever even took control of the company. It was clear they were total bullcrap, but I got copies of everything to add to my stack of records. I texted all my old colleagues and let them know what was
Andito ako eh. Ah, tingnan mo. Tawa nga kung tawa si sabi niya. Weh, hindi nga. Ayun o, tingnan mo ha.
Not only that, they contacted all their friends who worked for the company to do
Simento oh. Ah.
I walked into the office with my employment lawyer. I swear, the main secretary was on the phone to security the second she saw me walk in, and they were at the door in the matter of a minute. My lawyer simply handed her a legal document, a summons to meet for mediation at his office.
Magpahid ka ng uwil dyan.
I received so many calls and text messages from the bosses, friends, secretaries, and people I knew at the office to just be friendly with the owner, to just drop it, and that they wanted to bring me back and forget about everything. Like hell I was going back to such a hostile work environment. Friday finally comes, and into my lawyer's office, my former boss walks in with a squad of 4 of his lawyers to settle the matter. And off the bat, he offers me 3 months severance in all of this because I didn't have any evidence to rebut the fake paperwork they had on file. At this point, my lawyer starts to bring out all the paperwork we had, namely copies of every complaint I'd ever filed, which were all signed by the bosses, HR, and myself. Luckily for our case, I made sure to take a copy of each complaint when it was written up.
Thumbs up, Leia! Mega mega love, shout out, Leia May! Pwede may rapan. Will pala yung ano nun kay? Dan one. Ang pangalawa nating entry guys is ano guys, si Ate Julie.
But my lawyer was like, nah, we'll just go with what the contract says, plus go for damages in court. Given the recent changeover at the company, the lawyer said...
Number 3 na tayo guys ha. Si number 3 kay Ate Julie yung ano. Dan na kayo kay Ate Julie guys.
We demanded 5 years salary plus the average bonus I would have made for each year, plus all the legal fees paid. It was a big, big win, but it didn't end there. I got a taste of blood, wanted more.
Silip-silip naglalaba. Dan si Lian, ano mo si Lian?
Found jobs for every member of my team and several members of other teams. By the end of the week, the company lost 10 of its most talented people, not to mention most of those people had friends and colleagues that ended up following them to their new employers. The fallout was pretty bad. Before all of this, they had to pick up the litter when new university students graduated, but now, because they lost almost all of their senior people, they had no one to mentor new employees. Plus, word got out fast how they treat workers like crap, so no one with any talent would even think of getting.
Pangatlo is si Mark Saya.
Today, the company is just a shell of its former self. It's still big, but at least
Dan Mat Ate
they also
Julie.
now have a problem with permanent staffing and are paying out the nose to hire
Number
subcontractors.
3.
Let's just say they don't make money like they used to. In fact, they've not started any new projects in something like 9
Number 3 entry, Mark Saya. Hans Nell, mega love, shout out.
Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.
MLSO Erwin.
Field experts, restaurateurs,
And food bloggers.
are also moms
And dads.
at nag-aalaga.
Ng pamilya namin.
Kaya na.
And when we show our love of noodles,
title. People, we're in today's episode. You'll hear an insane story. We're
Mega love, shout out sa'yo. Salsal Abdul. Amang kahos.
We have a very other super entitled stories in the lineup, and I hope you enjoy them. And do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Now, this story is about my mother. My mom is a mega fan. Unfortunately, I've had to put up with her for most of my life.
Naade ay
This
tingog.
happened when I was a teenager around
Uy,
14
klaros
years
Kuya
old.
Prani
My
ay.
mom and I go for dinner at a small local
Walang
restaurant.
tao, giatay. Nasaan na ba mga tao?
Dark and curly hair, and she
Dan Mark
never
Saya.
figured it out, which is important till later. We sat down to get our dinner, and all was going well.
Giatay si Sikoy, pahinga ka muna, pa-entry mo din, ayuda natin si siya. Katapusan para marami pumapasok. Yes.
I see my mom run her fingers through her hair and let us spread ever so gently fall on her plate where she covered it up with a chunk of beef. My mother Karen looks down at her plate and then said, "Oh my
Nalibang
God,
pa nga,
what's this?"
tao oy, nalibang pa.
Now me,
Basig nangalibang pa siguro, Kuya Prani. Giatay.
that's your hair.
Nangalibang pa di ay.
My mom then says, no, that's not my hair. This place is filthy. I'm calling the manager right now.
Mamaya na naman yan sila pagka malapit na kumatapos saka naman yan mag-anuhan. Maghabol-habol naman.
Drawing more attention to herself,
Tao talaga eh.
of course, than me. I wanted to sink into my chair and die from embarrassment. She even grabbed
Sino
her
yun
face,
nandoon? Si Mark
close to the
kaya,
table
tatlo?
beside us, and showed them the hair, getting them to agree that it was disgusting and that she should be pumped for it. Now, not long after she started her fake tantrum, the waitress pretty much ran over to see what the problem was. The waitress says, "Hey, how's it going here? What seems to be the problem?" Now, my mom, pretending to be upset, says, "There's a hair in my food. This is absolutely disgusting. Don't you people wear hair nets in the kitchen?" The waitress responds with, okay now.
Bago
I'm
sahod
really
ang
sorry.
sabi
I
ni
really
Sisi
don't know what to say." Now, my mom, getting furious at the lack of care from the waitress, said, "You'd better be sorry. You don't have to say anything. What are you going to do about it? We deserve to have our meals."
Sulo ka man, wala kay sekretary dahil pakita mo kamera dyan. Pakita mo kay Kuya Prani ba? Tinitignan, ay naganap
Now, a
siya sa'yo.
smirk comes across the waitress's face.
Hello.
She says, "I'm so sorry you're not satisfied with the food.
Nutupik
Would you
pa
like
ang
to
dala.
stay for the
Nanutpik pa na, kuya.
out there to formally apologize?" Now, my mom looking smug, thinking she won, said, yes, I would. And I would love to tell her to put a hairnet on. You're about to lose a paying customer.
Ilan, ano yan, number
Now,
3,
I
number
was
4.
confused at this
Ano
point,
sa
not
Agnes?
understanding why the waitress didn't seem to care. Even though I knew my mom was lying, maybe they caught her on camera or something. But it soon became clear why. So not too long after, a man comes out of the back kitchen and walks right up to the table.
Mega love, shoutout si Sikoy, Agnes Balyos, pa-entry me. Mayroon na sulat si Sikoy. Ay naade ay secretary. Hello, manggod. Hello everyone, nandiyan ang ating major sponsor ko yan guys, si Agnes Balos.
My mom says, well, there is
Number 4 na tayo guys, number 4.
someone in the back kitchen wasn't wearing a hairnet. Now the chef smiles at this and says, I'm so sorry to hear that, ma'am, but unless I've miraculously grown a full head of hair on my way to your table, you can see that I'm very much bald. And as I'm the only chef working in the kitchen tonight, and my helper is also bald, that is clearly not my hair nor his. Would you like me to call him out as well? Now at this point, my mom was speechless. The chef then said, is that all for now? I need to get back to work. So without waiting for an answer, he turns and walks back to the kitchen.
Harang, done, number 3, si Bibilin.
As a rubbing his belly in her face is such a bad idea. But I did have on my face for the rest of the night. It was so embarrassing. Having the people decided that she showed the plate to shake their heads at her behavior. All I can say is I'm so sorry that your mother was a Karen OD. I'm actually surprised that mom didn't pin it on the waitress though. She was probably so speechless at the fact that the chef was bald. It's so funny. Now I do want to say that this embarrassing moment might have taught the mom a life lesson.
Kaway, Ate Agnes. Magkape sa kumayang ha. Sige lang kuya.
Because hey, the Karens don't care. So this happened when I was a teenager, but I still think about it here and there. So when I was 17 years old, I got pregnant, and father, of course, didn't want anything to do with it, which was fine. We weren't even dating.
Number 4 guys, number 4.
Because at 17, I of course wasn't ready for a child. And I'm sure there's lovely people out there that could love and care and provide for my baby. However, my aunt,
Tapos na si Kuya Prani,
5 boys and 1 girl,
Kikay, Geraldine do eh.
automatically thought that my child would be hers.
Yun, si
She
Geraldine
was
do eh.
also a terrible mother, so there was no way my child was going to be like her. I asked my parents if they had told her this or anything, and they had
Si
no
Geraldine
idea. All
do.
they said to her was that I was pregnant and I was going to give the baby up.
1, 2, 3, 4. Si Hans Nilje, nalista mo na yan. 1, 2, 3, 4.
She made comments about how she was going to get some room for the baby, and I asked, wait, wow, are you pregnant again?
Number
She
5.
told me, no, will you give me your baby, silly? And at this point, I literally thought that she had lost her marbles. I told her no, I was giving my baby up for adoption. She just laughs once again and says, sure, that's what I'm saying now. I continue to clearly tell her no, you are not having my child. Like, this isn't some kind of, can I borrow your Barbie doll for the day? This is
Di atay host may virus ba sa computer?
telling me that I'll change my mind once I meet the baby.
Mayroon.
I'll be glad to give
Mayroon sis.
so I can stay connected.
Tusok tambay. Salamat Kuya Prani. Mayroon sis. Mayroong virus. Kailangan mo talaga ang computer, lagyan mo siya ng antivirus.
She finally left, and it was the weirdest experience of my life. So I am close to my cousins, so I've seen her since, but I haven't really spoken to her since. I know my
Linisin.
entitled dog made some comments to my parents.
Lilinisin mo yan siya.
I refuse to find out what she said. Okay, guys, so this story is absolutely crazy. If you've been tuning into the channel for a little while now,
Si GC lang kasi naglilinis sa amin eh. GC lang.
Or just how am I doing with this content and say, hey, just give me your baby. And I guess it happens quite often as the comments.
Adi po nga ito bro, Hilda ka talaga. Hindi ko napansin. Sira ulo ka talaga. Kaya naka-mask ka kasi. Ay, di atay. Paano linisin, walisan. Pasaway ka talaga, babae ka. Papa. Di atay. Sis Agnes said to me. They have virus in computer because why you use your mask?
My stepsister couldn't have kids because she was on
Ah,
antipsychotics for 3 days
Raulo.
straight. She even flew to the
Pumayat
hospital
ka
after
yata
delivery.
sis Mayang.
She could take my
Ops
baby
ka na
pictures.
ba? Okay na ako si Sikoy, Bibilin.
Never spoke or
Salamat.
checked in. We were in no contact for several years.
Si Raulo talaga itong bay na to.
Currently sitting beside me on the couch.
Ay.
Seriously, guys, I literally did not know how common it is.
Seryosong seryoso pa naman kami dalawa ni Banji tapos
Ako,
si Raulo talaga to eh.
New account ko.
Wala ka bang ano? Wala kang primer?
So, I'm an EMT. The amount of
Yun pa rin yung kagapon?
I have are enough to write a book. But this is one that's so crazy and one of my favorites.
Guys, number 5 na tayo guys ha, number 5. Geraldine daw eh.
It's an old sick lady that has a lot of issues. She is, however, very fragile. They pulled in a little late hoping it would pass on its own, and it didn't pass. And it got quite bad to the point that going to the hospital by themselves was no longer an option. We arrive at the house in question. No other option than double park. Nice neighbor waited us down, my partner and I, after equipment needed.
Ya kagabi ko gawin ko.
Her husband mentioned that there was a car waiting in front of the ambulance.
Gawin
The
lol.
lady inside gesturing angrily. So maybe 2 minutes pass and a car starts.
Kala ko naman ano eh, totoo eh, wala na eh.
Next neighbor can be heard yelling at someone through the house. And then silence. I then hear a car door.
Number
slam, and a
6.
high-pitched voice, which is Karen. It's then quiet for a
Check,
bit.
check,
Then the
check.
following can be heard at the doorstep. Karen screams, "Get out of the way." I can hear the next neighbor say, "No, ma'am, what are you doing? You need to move your car. You're blocking the ambulance." I can then hear her say, "Well, it should have just parked in a spot."
Walang tao, walang tao.
Stupid ambulance blocked the damn road. Now move and let me in. I have a child in the car. I've been waiting for 10 minutes. I can hear the nice neighbor say, "Ma'am, you're not getting in. Do not touch me." Now,
Ano ko nga muna, share ko muna ah.
let me in. I need
Hindi
to
ko pa
talk
kasi
to the
na-share eh.
ambulance people. And yes, I really did hear the woman scream, "Ambulance people." I can hear more yelling and it continues, and my partner says, "She's not giving up. I'm calling in a disturbance." The old man with us is getting really anxious, and he says, "What's her problem? Why does she need to be in my house? I don't know this woman. Why does she want to go inside my house? Do I call the police? My wife is sick. Why is she yelling?" Now, since my partner did not need my help with credit cards, and keeping calm was more important, I went to the door. I answered and said, "What's the problem?" Now, a nice neighbor was about to explain the situation when Karen cuts him off and says, "You are the problem. You're blocking the entire road. You should move your ambulance. I know you're an emergency vehicle, but the world doesn't revolve around you guys. People need to go places." I told her that we're on call and please back up and drive around the other side. There's
Dan
no
host,
room
Dan
yet.
45.
I then tried to head back inside, and Karen said, "No, I'm not."
Sa number 5. Ayun oh, kay Kuya Prani. Ay kay Geraldine. Nakapin kay, nakapin.
So I then tell her to just turn your car around and go home then. We're not moving our ambulance for you. This person needs help and you need to leave.
Salamat kay.
Karen then says, "Oh, well, you don't have to be rude about it. We're all in this crisis together, you know." Now, she then says in a calmer tone, "Oh, by the way, are those masks for Corona? You ambulance people probably get the best of the best, right? Do you have any that I can have?" Now, at this point, my partner called from inside and I rushed back. The old lady wasn't doing too well. The call was made to take her in as soon as we could safely move her. I run out and get the stretcher. Karen goes back into an empty spot at this point. Meanwhile, a bus had been waiting there parked off to the side for a few minutes, as it couldn't detour like the other cars did. The driver was just patient.
Ang bait naman ni Kikay, pinag-share lahat. Thank you kay. Tinignan ko kasi dito eh. Ang galing ni Kikay, ang galing-galing talaga. Ayun, naka-share na rin pala doon. Jan always love. Thank you so much, Jan. May jacket ka na po, Dan Agnes.
Obviously searching for things. So it turns out the people screaming at her were public transportation officers. They were
Dito
nearby
lang.
and
Salamat
tried
po.
to
May entry na yan, Ge.
They then asked me, "Sir, did you give permission for this woman to enter and take stuff from the ambulance?"
Dan 6 na si Bibilin. Tapos ilista mo si Jan.
Making a whole scene and has now contaminated our ambulance. My partner ended up calling for a second ambulance. As soon as we walked out, we saw the parents.
Number 7. Ang ating grand LS guys is this coming November 20. Nagbinggo pa kasi yung iba kaya wala pa sila eh.
They were not allowed to touch people, but it looked like they were ready to drag her out by the ears. Karen screams, "They need to give me a mask. They promised me." Her arguments only became more and more childish.
Si Lucky
There
Jockey.
was a parking restriction, etc., etc. They finally got the woman to come out of the ambulance right before the police arrived, and they arrested Karen. She then goes to the list and
Done
starts
6.
crying and harassing her.
Teka lang, number 7 na tayo guys ha, saglit. Naghahanap ako ng video na kunti lang yung ano,
The case is clear.
kunti lang yung views. Kung sino gusto dyan mag-sponsor, ano pa rin tayo guys. Kaya nga niluloko ako ni ate mo Agnes eh, bakit may virus ba daw yung computer?
Well, the paramedics were inside trying to save someone's life.
Number
It
7.
definitely sounds like she has a few screws loose, and a lot of people in the comments do agree. This person right here says, "I work in a psych ER. She needs to go to jail. There's no fixing that."
Maylani, Maylene ba yan? Maylani? Maylani, tamsak na. Salamat Maylani. Maylene and then Maylani.
This passage of
Paano ba pronounce niyan? Maylani o Maylani? Maylene. Pasensyahan nyo na yung mukha ni Hosa kay kagagaling lang sa trabaho guys. Kikiki. Katin ko yan doon sa ano siguro to.
Now, this was the biggest decision of my life.
Wala pang hugas eh, host guys. Pasensyahan nyo na. Nagdiretso na ako live.
I kind of planned on 2 weeks before the date, and my parents the whole time didn't think I'd go through.
Pasensyahan nyo na kung nasutura kayo sa mukha ni host guys.
Came today, and after we called
Nahulog daw siya. Sira ulo. Saan ba yan siya nag-resto?
security. I waved them off and began to walk forward, and so my parents decided to follow me. So here's the conversation between the security guard and my parents. The security guard
Mag-lipstick ko ta ginagmay, load-on ko ning tao manood dato ani.
My mom says, "Oh, don't worry, we're just taking our daughter to the gate." Security responds, "No, I'm afraid you can't go past this post without a boarding pass." My mom says, "What? But she's our daughter. You can't tell me what I can and can't do with my own daughter." So I then tell him that I'm 18 years old and don't need anyone to escort me. My mom then glares at me and says, "Shut up." Security tells my mom, well, she is an adult and does not require accompaniment from her parents. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Oh, may ano na sa bago pa lang siya na ano, namuni 49 na. Ang laki ng bilis. Ang bilis ah. Ang bilis.
Now me, being shocked and embarrassed by this, said, "What?" My dad then goes out and says, "She's mentally a child."
Tapos na kayo guys sa number 7, Lucky Jockey. Number 7, Lucky Jockey.
He seems capable enough. Do you feel you can go through on your own? I tell him yes, I'm okay.
Dan 7, nag-ikot-ikot.
Just let me
Si Ruel yan eh, si Ruel.
Now at this point, the security
Salamat.
calls another security officer over, and he says what seems to be the problem. My mom cuts them both off and says, "This jerk won't let me go through the gate with my daughter. She is mentally slow." So the second security guy asks for the real story.
Lucky Jockey, tapos na kayo kay Lucky Jockey, number 7 yon. Maghanap pa ako ng isa. Lucky Jockey, si...
Finally, my mom yells out the most famously awaited Karen line. My mom says, "I
Sally
know
Trevino.
I demand to speak to your manager." So another person comes over, and three of them are talking quietly together. And I tell my parents, "Mom, Dad, this is going too far. I'm going to miss my flight if this keeps going." My dad says, "And whose fault is that? You should have booked a later flight. It's not my problem if you miss your flight. That's on you." So finally they stop talking and protest, and the supervisor says, "Hi, I think we can make a compromise. I'm not supposed to do this, but I'll allow one of you to with her to have a meal or just to sit here for her." Now, my mom sees the title on her name tag and said, "I asked for a manager." Manager. And my dad says, "This is pathetic. Your proposal is also pathetic. How are you going to bring up a nice family like this?" Supervisor calls my parents. "I understand where you're coming from, but he seems more than capable and is an adult. I'm breaking the rules by letting one of you go through without a ticket, so that's my final offer. Now, at this point, my mom won't have it. She's screaming, no, no, this is ridiculous. And she's stamping around and waving her arms around. The security has to tell her, ma'am, I'm afraid if you don't stop, I'm going to have to escort all of you away. Me, realizing who needs me too, finally begins to panic a bit. My mom then says, fine, we'll just take our daughter home then. She grabs my arm and tries to pull me away. I said, stop. So now the supervisor has an out. She looks at me and asks, would you like a parent to go with me? And I said, no, not really. He
Di
said,
atay na
okay,
sana may mga
please
tao,
go
wala.
on. And my parents lost it. My mom screams,
Wala kasi si Prano.
no, I demand you let us
Hmm?
off the flight
Nagkape pa si
with all the
Prano.
problems he caused. The supervisor, ignoring them, turns to me and asks, may I double check your ticket? I told her, yeah, of course.
Kahapon,
I showed her
alamin.
the tickets, and she said,
Paalis na, sa katuloy nag-abutan yung mga katauhan ng
have a
kamunduhan.
slide and enjoy your flight. My parents then realize that they've messed up and they scream, no, okay, one of us will go through. Okay, you like Wendy's, right? Let's get Wendy's. Come on, we'll get Wendy's together. I don't look back, and now I'm further away. I can no longer hear them over the line of people I got in, and I got on my flight just fine and arrived in one piece. I took contact
Mega
with
mega
the
love,
flow.
shoutout si Sikoy, Mami Tinik.
Legend has it that Oki's parents are still screaming Wendy's to this day.
Si Mami
Guys,
Tinik di.
sometimes you gotta let your parents go. I wish I could see footage of that freak out at the airport because it sounds absolutely
Irene, si
ridiculous. And our friend brings
Irene.
us to another end of our slash entitled Freaking Guys.
Irene
I hope you enjoyed
Marie.
the stories today. And if you did, give this video a like. And if you missed yesterday's
Irene
episode,
Marie.
Aaron doesn't think Oki can own a nice house because he's an immigrant. He
John Rini
literally thinks he's living
Corpus,
a
mega
little
mega love,
bit
shoutout to you.
Guys,
Hansnell
thank you
Dan
very
sa
much for having me, and
7.
I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you.
Salamat sa Sikoy. Nag-ano mo na ako ha, Irene Marie dito. Ayun, may 2 hours yung ano, live ata to. Anong number na tayo? Number 7? Or number 7? Number 8 na tayo guys. Number 8. Irene Marie. Sisikoy, mami, baka gusto mo mag-sponsor uli. November pa tayo. November pa bola natin Sisikoy. Ano na yung sponsor ko eh? 100 puro WH pala isang kay ano kay ate 500 1,000 2,000 3,000 na 3,000 na yung pera. Sunel Tamsak Dan host, thank you, salamat ma'am Sunel. 3,000 na sila lahat, ang karamihan WH. Work mode boss, walang problema. John Rene Corpus. So, salamat sa 7 million people in the house. Thank you so much sa inyong lahat. Mga palangga, mga gibilangga. Pasensya na late kami. Gawa ng galing pa kami sa aming mga katrabahuan sa kalibutan. Si Sally Tribino. Irene Marie. Tapos si Sally, no? Number 8, number 8. Number 9 na pala ito, Bajilin eh.
Ha?
Kalatig ka.
Hindi ko po alam. Hiningin ko kasi yung new account ko sa
Number
school.
9.
Kung may pumasok na bang subject.
Number 9. Si number 9. Si Sally. O si Irene. Irene, check. Check. Sally, check. Ang hindi ko pa nabababa ay si Bumbimban, si Sir DJ, si Inday Distana. To the boys official. Mega mega love shout out to you, sir. To the boys official. Done 8.
Sunda. Ay. Sunda ko. Sunda. Oh.
Number 10. Number 10, number 10, number 10, number 10. Done 8, done 8. Ang hindi pa nababa si Inday Vizcana at saka si Bumbimban. Forever long. Done 8 si Bibilin. Huwag niyo kalimutan tamsakan yung premiere ko, guys, ha? Parang awa niyo na. Done 10, done 10.
And more, more inside the handy Emerald Big Bottle.
Ito po eh. Akala ko, vlog. Akala ko,
Yeah, it's raining over the weekend and it's a little bit muddy up here, but not too bad. Started another lot.
Habol ako ho. Sige, sige. To the boys. Habol ka, sir. Habol ka.
What? If you just look at this thing.
Sunod, si Inday Vizcana.
Why not? We want some feedback on this stuff. We're trying to get out and see what I can do with it. This is, to say the least, it's a unique looking a loader, motor grader. It's got what appears to be a ripple on the back.
Si Sonel dan Agnes.
Malden June 415 X2. So they did send me the operator's manual for it. I did look through that last night, but this is the first time I've seen this thing. It was,
Number 12, Inday Vizcana.
pretty much matches mine for about a 1 yard bucket.
Done 6 and 7.
Four-wheel drive, four-wheel steer.
Si Hansnell 9, done.
Motor grader. Just gotta take this thing in for a second before I even get in it. Got rippers on the back. Ooh, that plug, you can plug stuff in. Get there quick enough, you can take that off. And you just put it in and run off the back. So it's got a couple of nuts in there. Hold that hook in.
Punta sa atin dito?
Ewan ko. Dan thumbs up si Sikoy Sally Tribino. Salamat si Sikoy. Tapos na ba si Ate Janet tagpabinggo? Hindi pa. Don't share. Salamat. Forever love. Dan Sally, sabi ni Sonel. My Lani, nag-love-love. Ano yung basura, late?
Wala.
Late ata basura ngayon ah. Dan Force, Donel, Dan Lucky. Lagyan yung bula na mayang dulo guys ha, or mayang lang guys. Para alam ng mga sponsor natin guys. Is ko muna niya ako punta ho, school pa ako. Okay lang si Sikoy. Sige, okay lang, no problem. Dan pa. Paano pag dating dikit host? Pag dating dikit, mag-comment lang po kayo sa video guys. Ano, to the boys. And then, pagtapos mo mag-comment sa dulo, lagyan mo ng mayang or buhula na mayang. Para alam nila nang gagaling kayo sa akin. Comment lang doon sa binaba ko po. Kung naka-comment na kayo doon sa mga video na binaba ko, maghanap kayo ng ibang video, lagyan nyo doon, from buhula ng mayang. Opo. Number ilan na tayo? Number 12? Dan Lucky. Number 13. Ang hindi ko pa nababa ay si Bombimban. Bombimban Show. Tapos, iulit ko ulit yung mga nauna.
Okay. Let's tell me how to.
Bombimban Show, Bombimban Show. Video mo, nasaan? Yun, may premiere. Ito, madali lang to kasi premiere niya to eh. Number, ano yun? Number 13? Oh. Number 12. Dan 6 at Ate Agnes. Ayun. Dan Franny, si ano, si Sonel. Dan 9 and 10. Tingnan ko kung mayroong nag-comment dito kay Bumbimban. Wala pa kong nakita. Sa ano kayo ha? Magbakas kayo guys ha? Hindi pwede yung walang bakas. Wala pa, wala pa. Ha ha ha. Dan Geralden. Dan 11, 12. Nandito ka nakikay kay Bumbimban. Tignan ko ha. Wala man tao. Saan ba banda? Saan ka banda nagbakas bakikay? Sa ano ka lang naglagay? Sa chat ano ka lang? Hindi ka masusuklian yan. Sa chat ka lang mawawala yung pagmandar yung premier. Dan 13 Bumbimban, dan 7. Alto ka ka. Walang tao. Maghanap tayo tao dyan. Magulo to sa nambiring. Kaya nga nagtatanong ako kung anong number na. Nakalimutan ko nga Parang si Sikoy. Woho. Azenet Tenorio. Kaya nga nagtatanong kung anong number na tayo. Sa paayuda yan si Endesman. Dagdagan ko na tig-isa pa entry. Yes. Sige, sige. Ha?
13 si Bumbimban daw.
O bakit 12 nilagay ko? Agi atay. Sorry naman. Ayan daw, dalawang entry daw yan. Paayuda ng aking sisikoy, Agnes Balos. Ayaw nyo pa yan? May paayuda-ayuda na nalalaman ngayon ang aking sisi. Dati hindi niya yun alam yung mga ayuda-ayuda. Ngayon alam na niya yung mga paayuda. Anong number na? 13, 14. 14 na binaba mo. Pang 14, Bumbimban. Hangi atay kikaitan. Sabi ko sa'yo, tinatanong kita Bumbimban.
Sino Bumbihan? 14 na baba.
Thumbs up, sisi. Salamat, sis Asenet. Dan si Sunel. O, tapos na tayo, guys. Babalik ako kay Kikay, ha? Kikay. Balik sa uno. Ay, bahala ka nga dyan. Bakikay ka. Ay, naku. Lalo mo akong nililito. Hindi ko na nga makita yung litra.
Bumbihan daw.
Bumbihan. Sino ba bumbihan na sabi mo? Bumbimban na. Balikan natin si Kikay guys kasi ilan lang yung kanina. Madam Sisi, good afternoon po. Madam Josan Valoran Wagan. 12 si Inday ba? So 13 si Bumbimban. Oo nga, nagmali nga ako Bumbimban Dan Premier, ayon. Lista mo na? Babalik ako sa uno kay. Bilis ni Kikay. Balik ako sa uno. Sino yung gusto nga habol ha? Ito na lang, last balik ko sa uno. Bahala na kayo. Balik sa uno ha, balik sa uno. Kikay, kulit na ba Kikay? Entry 1. 7. Dan Irene Marie, ayun. Naku, Ate Agnes, po na ginagamit para makahabol. Ate Sonia, check ko ho, maya post ko sa page. Sabi ni si Sikoy. Lovely Rich, tamsak po, Team Ganda, Team Love. Nagpalit ako kubre kama kanina, ili natambakan tuloy ako. Mega love, shout out, Bo, plus kabom. Thank you so much, si Sikoy Asinet. Nasa Pinas ka na pala, si Sikoy Asinet. Nakita ko, nagkainan kayo mag-family eh. Mag-family. Ma'am Agnes Balos, sabi ni Plus Kabong. Okti sa bar, Alcair. Lovely Rich 12. Si Sally Tribino. Kung mo ilista yan si kuya mo Plus Kabong. Sabi ni Banje, huwag ka daw ilista Plus. Hello, Plusy. Sonel, Dan 1. Dan Lady Pink. Ayun. Las, hindi ka na ililista ni Banjilin.
Let's try to play with the grader attachment here and see how well I can grade up this little parking area.
Di mo ko ilista, wala ka na talagang forever. Hindi, gulatin mo nga dyan. Gulatin mo. Dali, gulatin mo. At dito sa gilid eh. Sabi mo, wah! Sunod, ibalik ko sa uno ha. Sunod, number 2, si Lucky Jackie. Para makahabol kayo. Huwag niyong galitin si Mayang ha. Putulin ko yung mga tinggil nyo dyan. Mga bayag nyo. Number 2. Si Lucky Jackie. Ano ko muna yung number 1 sa ano ba? Sige naman yung kung istorya. Ano yung giatay. Number 2, dana ako sa lahat ng binaba mo sis Mayang. Ayun, si Bibilin. Dana siya kanina pa siya. Dan Ate Agnes ulit yung smooth ride. Ayun. Madam, ano po kaya pa bang sumayaw? Kayang-kaya, day. Hindi na kailangan tanungin. Kayang-kaya namin kumerendeng. Sounds na lang nag-aantay. Ba't ang daming number ni Bumbimban eh? Yun nga yan, yung nagkamali nga ako si Sikoy. I-ready mo na yung mga kuratsa mo dyan ba din? Kaya magkuratsa tayo, walang hugas. Ang paa ko walang hugas. Ikukuratsa ko to. Sige, bigyan kita uli kayo ng 2 entry. Giatay, galing kay Bumulana. Dan Ma'am Agnes Balos. Ayun, si Plus Kabel. LB Flores, Pine Tree, mega love, shout out si yo. Milet. Magpa-LB Flores ka pa dyan. Ikaw ba yan, Milet? Ikaw ba yan, Milet? Parang si Milet. Okay, kompleto na ako lahat, Dan. Takot siya, baka bombahin eh, bumbimban. Bawal sa budot, sis. Mike, copyright.
Gusto na budos.
Baka mamaya may copyright yan, ha? Hindi, walang copyright yan. Di ba to si Milet? Ikaw ba to, Milet? LB Flores.
Ano po?
Sige lang, maghanap pa si Banjilin. Saglit, may nahanap akong isang tao na ano eh. Kayang-kaya pala ha? Sige nga. Susan Taiwan. Mega love. Shout out to you, ma'am. Susan Taiwan. Hello po, Ate Agnes. Check ko plus kabom. Entry na bigay ko.
Alam mo, walang copyright yan.
Ito?
Kung live yan eh.
Ah, yan, sige.
Ba't iba?
Oo, sasayaw na ako. Saglit si Koy. Sasayaw na talaga ako. May magpapalipa daw eh. Aba, mabilis ako dyan. mabilis ako dyan. Magpipin lang ako ng major sponsor. Ala, nagpakulay siya.
Ang laki ng pala.
Ang laki ah. Saglit ah. Saglit, sasayaw namin. Saglit, ipipin ko lang.
Ito yung gusto niya eh. Bantay niya. Dapat siya pasayawan. Hindi na ba masayaw?
Nakita ko yan, sumayaw yan eh.
Saan?
Sila doon, silang dalawa ni Bikay.
Yeah,
Saglit! Ala, sa'yo na. Saglit lang. Saglit. May inaano lang ako.
Hindi na kasi ng eh. Ng speaker eh.
Number 3.
Yung Hansel.
Copy na yan, Hansel. O, dali. Nalista na yan kanina, Hansel. Gusto nyo ata talaga makita yung paa kung walang hugas.
Ano na nga si ate?
Andito na si Jiparlip. Ay, sunod. Halika dito, sayawan mo nga sila. May palipad eh. Tingnan mo pa ako na yun. Itay tayo dyan. Sayaw mo nga sa saglit. Hello. Hindi siya makakumit. Hindi niya makita. Tingnan mo dyan.
I don't know. Yeah, I need something else to go. Okay, like that. That will show.
Yeah.
The most of the words is that we
No comment.
Lang tao.
Nahulog.
it's supposed to show that page.
Natulog na si host, lol. Sayaw, ating Jiparlip daw.
Andito si Ate Jiparlip Vlogs.
It's supposed to show the flash page. The page, 11 videos already seen.
You already start already?
I do what?
Start.
Yeah. I will try this three different times.
Nag-uusap sila ng asawa ko at saka si Jiparlip. Dali, sayaw daw tayo next. Sabi niya.
It's still not helping me. I don't know what.
Ate Jiparlip, how is you?
Wala si Jeff Jeff.
Walang tao bahay nila pag sasama si Jeff.
Here, nothing there. You know about this then?
Day, need niya update, guys.
Hindi ko alam nga eh. Ikaw nakakaalam yan, ikaw.
Hindi ko rin alam eh. Maybe you must be update.
Number 2 not found. Kay J-Man yung number 2. Sis, sali, na J-Man yan. Putahan nyo na lang, J-Man.
Google app. Double up. Yes. I don't know.
Jimans siya, number 2, Jimans. Agnes Balyos, Jimans, Sir DJ.
I know in laptop or ano. Or
Big Brand Sale is here. Save even more with Lazada bonus discount. Just go and shop and save.
it's for
Step 1. Collect your
Nabungol na
Lazada
jud ka ng sige ano, kanang butang-butang na mulunggan.
pesos with every 500 pesos spent.
Banat darling. Darling daw, banat. Unsao na maring darling, ari na ingon man nagtuod. Sabay gusto nimo kanang hinubugay nga sinawayaway o kung saman.
Lol. Chocolate chip cookies combined with the goodness of Cocoa Crunch. Try it today.
Patay na, kopya na. Patay, wala na. Yari na ako. Patalastas yan eh. Patalastas yung pinaano mo ba di? Yari. Wala. May patalastas pala yan eh. Yari na. Tanggong na naman si Mayang. Copyright na naman ito, Surbol. Hindi, wala pa yan. Mamaya, Surbol yan. Narinig ko eh. Umano yung patalastas. My love! My love, so sweet!
Asa na yun? Wala na.
Ang galing ni Madam Sisi, oh. Gihangat, gingatay ko, oh.
dapat ipatingin mo sa ano to.
Hindi, mayroon yan siyang naklik niyan. Mayroon yan naklik dyan sa gilid.
Hindi siya nakalagkat din.
Hindi niya makikita yung ano, kasi panay click-click kasi, hindi kasi
Ano hindi
naisip.
na makita dahil
Yan, oh, dito ka nga, dito ka, para may tao. Ayun, katulad din yan.
sa internet lang yan.
Sa internet lang yan eh.
Sa internet lang yan na.
Ang galing yun.
Oh, maybe the internet was too slow.
No, I thought it'd be out there and everything's still good. There's not the internet. You have to go here and just.
Hindi niya makita
Aling video?
ba?
Aling video ni J-Man? I don't know ko, di ko po alam kung ano yung binaba. Aling ko yung binababa ni Tita na.
Hindi ko na i-update.
How do you update YouTube?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Melanie, dan dikit Maylin.
Hindi talaga siya makita, no?
Si Ma'am Chanel, magan kay, ano, dan kay
Diba dapat
Melanie. Tama ba? Melanie.
Kasi sa kapitbahay din namin nagdudugo.
Sa internet yan, sa internet yan.
Maybe the internet is very slow. Slow.
No. No.
Lagi siya kasi buot.
Has nothing to do with that. I mean,
Si Sasnel TV, sabi ni Ate Sally Pipino. GTA Striker Vlog, Tamsak host, Bula na Mayang. Big love shoutout kay GTA Striker Vlog. Si Sunel po nagbaba po ng kanyang bahay. And also din si GTA Striker Vlog.
Kanina kasi na-try niya.
Patamsak naman po mga lalabs. Magpatamsak siya sa kanyang ano ba, premiere po yan?
Kasi ganito
Sir?
din yung internet eh. Doon sa harap namin.
Ganyan,
Pero
ganyan.
ko nga. Pipilitan pa hindi makita kanina lang.
Ganyan ang mga galaw.
Ayan kasi nga. Kanina nga yung internet ng connection. Internet nga yun ma. Kasi pareho kayo ng internet doon no, sa harapan namin.
Is PC.
The internet sir is very slow. That's why you cannot see the pictures.
the page that I took down, I had 5, 6 different.
Ba't di ka masyado sumasayo
and all
dali?
of them
Sakit
show
chan ko eh.
all those games the
Busog
same.
ako. Busyog. Si Butsyog. Wala, J-Mans. Okay, wait lang po.
Sabi niya, tawagin mo yung friend mo. Wait lang, I call you.
Tabuan Explorer, thumbs up. Thank you so much. Ma'am.
Hoy, tanaw. Si ano, yung anak ni Discipline.
Sino yun?
Kasi ano yun, IT.
IT.
Anak ni Discipline. Si Josie. Si Josie.
Diyos, hindi ko kilala.
Ito lang bahay niya.
Wala akong kilala din.
Bumukit ng
Hindi ko kilala yun. Akala mo ba kilala ko? Hindi ko kilala.
Pati ni Randy.
Annalyn Galendez 1. Mega love shout out to you, ma'am. Dan Jaymans, doon ako nagtamsak sa mga premiere mamaya. Nagtamsak sa mag-premiere mamaya. Okay, okay. Okay, okay.
Ano ba yung GPS dito?
There's 24 megabytes. That's not slow.
Ang taas yun. Yan yung taas.
Not slow speed.
Lagpas lang ang 24 Mbps. Malakas yan. Taas yun.
Tamsak, thank you po, ma'am Annalyn sa
Sa
tamsak.
IT.
Huh?
She said, if you want, she's gonna call IT person.
Yes.
Good for computer.
How much do they cost?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Busog.
Ito lang bahay niya. Kumain ko pa.
Bakit nandyan ba yun?
Dan
They charge
Lucky
you to
Jack.
you can't fix it?
So,
I don't have my money now. Do you have money?
I don't have it there. Yes, ano na lang.
Yeah, I like. The cost is one thing. Yeah, you can call them up after how
TV
much they
Boss
will
Brave,
charge.
full pack na po. Kita Lods. Pasukli na lang Lods. Salamat.
Ipa-check lang.
I got 1,200 pesos.
TV Boss Brave.
Call them up, ask them how much they charge.
Just only in the down.
Huh?
Only in the downstairs.
Well, yeah.
Down row.
If we can fix it, I pay them. If not, I'm not gonna pay them if they can't fix.
What? Okay. Annalyn Galendez, full pack na po. Kita Lods. Pasukli na lang Lods. Salamat. Sabi ni GTA. Started one. Hindi lang, magdikita lang kayo dyan, guys. Wala pa kasi yung ano, balis mo na yung host. Yan. Rachel Ann Toledo. Hi po. Hello din po. May galag shoutout sa iyo, Rachel. 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 Melanie Pulpak na po. Kita Lods, pasukin na lang tulog. Salamat. Basta kung magbakas lang po kayo sa kanya yun, masusuklian po kayo. Sure po yan. Sure.
Oh.
Lahat. Dami. Uy, thank you so much sa 8 million. Ganda. Ganda. Maging tapat. GTA Striker Vlog. Thank you so much for the PGPG. Nandun ba?
He know how to do it, but he not allowed to go in out and go out because he got COVID.
You got COVID?
There.
Ah, meron
The
pa?
mother said they cannot allow my kids to go out because very coughing and then fever.
Ah, may
That's
sakit.
not necessarily COVID. That just be like a leak or two.
But she said I don't want to be my kid to
That's fine.
that's what she said.
May sakit. May trangkaso.
Have a sick.
But you know any other kids around here?
That's the only one that he knows. That's what she said. Very good. That kid's over there, but he's not allowed to go. Oh. Annalyn Galindez Pulpak na po kita Lods. GTE. Nalista mo na yan? Ba't sumakit yan mo? Ba't daw sumakit yan mo, Banjit?
Sa busog.
Sa sobrang lamon. Ay, nawala naman pala si Dusan na. Last dose na pala.
Oh, I wonder if I can do, what do you call that? Take the machine back a couple days, my last update or something.
Ah,
I wonder if that'll work. Because everything was working today.
ah,
There was an update. So I download the update. And
ah,
it's supposed to you're supposed to restart.
ah.
When it's shutting down, it's supposed to be part of the update, and then it's supposed to do the other part of the restart, and then finish the update.
Mm.
But it only did it
for the reinstall. I mean, when you close it down and start uploading the update, then it's supposed to restart and finish.
Mm.
It never did finish restart.
Oh, see?
So what I did, I tried to start it again.
Ah,
Nothing.
nothing.
It says my there's no um, hard drive with a thing on there. So I restarted and keep hitting the button for the BIOS to come up. And it showed on my hard drives, does not show, does not show, does not show. I said, what the hell? So I had to go in the computer like I do a lot of times and reset everything.
Ay, just that's a lot of work.
Then it started, but didn't show the right hard drive. So I plugged in an old hard drive. I got a backup old hard drive, but it will not save your other things. It
Ah.
don't have it on there. Only what's on that hard drive. So I need to go back to this drive. So I put the other one in, got back in there, and then I reset the more thing to where it wasn't showing any of the hard drives. So I clicked enable, 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 and then I did some other things, and then it showed my original hard drive. Then it says no master boot on the hard drive.
Mm.
So I shut it down, and in the front of my thing, I've got these partition masters. It will copy, it will do anything. So I had to go in there on that hard drive. I had to it says rebuild master boot on the
Rebuild.
hard drive. So I rebuild it, then and now it's now loading back up. But after that, YouTube does
Come up.
nothing showing.
Yeah.
You know. So before it wasn't like this. It wasn't like that before. Only the ad is showing. But I need to see those because there's a lot of those that will show the red line across the bottom that I've already seen. That will not show it. I don't want to see the same thing over and over again. And most of these, I go by the picture, not what it says in the bottom.
There is
So
no
that's not going to
picture.
work. So that's what am I going to do? Am I going to have to go to what is read?
Reformat?
Huh?
Reformat?
Not reformat.
Reboot?
It takes the computer what the computer was before, depending on the date. I go to that now.
Hindi na makita.
But there's definitely something wrong here.
Ayan. Sobrang gamit. Ayan ko.
Andyan pa kayo guys. Sorry guys ha. May advertisement tayo.
Patay kasi. Wala patay.
Imbis ang dami nila kaganina. 11, 12 yun eh. Wala na. Andyan pa ba kayo mga langga? Ang mga gidang bilangga. Yung gibilangga, gipambilangga. Oy, magparamdam na kayo dyan, mga gibilangga or hindi gibilangga. Kaya pag di kayo magpakiramdam, ay bay, magpatay na gid ako. Ah, dito pagid daw.
Dito pa.
Andyan pa si Sikoy Shelly.
Who's that girl that always keeps down here and doing your, they put the cover on your things?
That's the daughter of Emily.
Or maybe she knows how to do that.
She is not there. She is not here.
Sa Pamario.
Other barangay.
May sa Garay.
North Sagaray.
Layo.
Well, text her, she knows, text her, what, tell her go to YouTube and the YouTube page comes up.
Okay, okay.
And none of the splash screen shows. If she knows what to do there. And tell her it's not the internet speed. And as we say, it's still not showing.
Wala ba ibababa? Mag-almusal na ako. Wala na kay. Mag-ano na kami, magsa-sign out. Wala na akong ibababa kay. At hindi pa tapos yung sisimintuhin ko doon. Bye-bye! Bye-bye po, guys! Salamat, Jushan! Para hindi ko natapos.